Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is all about instant commission breakdown. We're going to go with like a deep walkthrough on how instant commission work, how to access them, and how to use them as a part of your overall booking strategy. For tonight, especially, I'm going to be using EVO Plus and EVO Awards. We're going to be building like a package with like a resort, and then I'm going to even show you guys how to add in flights, etc. So you guys can see exactly how these tools work. I'm going to even go further than this, okay? I'm going to show you how to make it into a mock booking too. How do you like that? Oh, I didn't realize my hair was so poofy today. Yeah, so we're going to do all of that tonight. And basically, I just want to show you guys how they can help you guys generate income more efficiently. So let's go ahead. If you are live here, go ahead and comment hello in the chat so that I know that you have stopped by. And if you happen to watch this on a replay, go ahead and just comment replay. Now, somebody came to me one time and told me they can't find the chat box for the replay. If you are watching the replay, there's no chat. It's just comment underneath the video so that I know that you stopped by. That's it, all right? So, but if you are live, please go ahead and comment hello so that I know that you are here. And we are going to go ahead and kind of dive in. Now, not only am I going to show you guys how to do instant commissions, but I'm also going to show you guys how I do them with Square, okay? Now, this is gonna be different probably from how everybody else teaches it, and there's nothing wrong with other people teach, okay? Every leader has a different strategy, different idea, different plan, right? But I always just like to show you guys what I do so that you can find a way to implement it into your own business, all right? So for tonight, I'm gonna be doing a breakdown of this EVO Plus. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the mock booking. I'm also going to do the invoice so I can show you guys how to do the invoice, the partial payments. I'm going to be doing like everything for tonight. All right. So starting first with EVO Plus. This is included inside your back office. It is under EVO Plus. You will open it from there and it will look like this. Now, EVO Plus has a lot of great features. Okay. You could do hotels, you could do resorts. And then if you scroll down, they have deals that are already happening at the current time. And then they even have where you guys can go in and see the resorts worldwide. Okay. So everything in here, you guys can kind of come down here. They even have guides. You can even come in here and like go to your profile and you can set it up to where it like has certain specifications of what it shows you. Like there's a lot of different things that you guys can do in here. Okay. But for tonight, we're just going to do a simple booking. I was thinking about doing like Labor Day because that's something that you could easily promote, right? So let's scroll up here. For tonight, I'm just going to do Cancun. I feel like that's like the easiest thing that we can do, right? So Cancun, perfect. Let's go in. And I was thinking also for tonight, let's do Labor Day weekend because I feel like it's far enough out where people can actually book it, pay it, etc. So I'm going to go out a little bit. September, we'll do that whole entire weekend right there. Perfect. For 2 adults, let's search. And I actually want to find a specific resort, if that's okay. I just was doing a booking for this resort, and I figured, you know what? Since I'm doing this trading tonight, let me go over here and see how much of a price difference it would have been. Now, my client actually needed payments. So, oh, here it is. So my client actually needed payments. So this wouldn't work in this setting. But let's just say, like when I'm offering an EVO Plus booking, or any type of instant commission, it's normally like last minute. They need to like get in there and book. This is an easy way. Flights is a great way to do instant commission. I do those a lot. I add like a $25, sometimes $50 fee. Like one time I did a group and I booked like all of them. It was like 7 people in one booking. It was a lot. But I charged them $100 for it. She was fine because she couldn't find the flight prices anywhere else and she didn't want to deal with it. So she gave me $100. I booked the flights. Like I do that a lot with instant commission, but also if I can tell that they want to pay in full. Like when we ask that question on our job form and at the bottom we're like, do you want to pay in full? And they say yes, that's an instant commission opportunity right there. If they don't need payments and they're ready to pay, why not just check and see before you offer it to them, right? So I'm going to do the Grand Fiesta Americana. I was actually just quoting this, and it's all inclusive. It's not adults only. It actually has the ability to have kids if you want to have them there. But honestly, for this setting, I'm just going to go and just do 2 adults so we can get it done with. Okay. So first we want to do is compare the price before we get in here. We can see it says about $858 in savings, but I want to verify it. So I'm going to go to Expedia to do so. Expedia normally is the first place that I check. So they have it here. I don't know why it's trying to log me in. Grand Fiesta Americana. Let's see. This is what the client would see. So $2,500. But we need to go in and select the room so we can make sure that it's the right room for the price. So I will come back over here. Okay. We're going to click book. And when we're collecting the booking here, we're going to go in and find the room. Let's see. Double suite ocean view. Okay, obviously that's the one we want, yeah? All right, so double suite ocean view, yeah, okay. All right, paying now, $653. Okay, so the total price comes out to $1,669.59. Okay, now I have my calculator out here, so we're gonna do a little calculation here. And I'm gonna put in that price, but first I'm gonna come over here and grab the other price, which is going to be for the same room. So we're going to do Ocean View Suite Double Queen. All right, that's the exact same room. So for $2,527 is the total price. So we'll do $2,527 and we'll subtract it between the other price. Okay, let me write that down. 27 what total? Okay. And then we'll come over here, we'll grab our price, and we're going to subtract the difference. Okay, that's the first step. Find the resort, you compare the prices, and then once you get the honest, true difference from what they would typically see, we go in and subtract so I can find out where my commission will lie. Okay, these are all put together automatically. Look, it's going to time out, so I got to be quite quick with this, but it's roughly going to be the same, so I'm not worried about it. So $1,653.93. So there's $873.07 of a difference, right? Now, typically around here, we do what we would call a 50% split, right? That's normal for us to do. It's a 50% split. But I honestly, I mean, they're paying $2,500. I probably will do a little bit more, right? So if I divide that in half, the 873, it's 436 is the split commission in half. Okay, so I'm gonna round up. I'm gonna probably say, like, I don't like to do exact numbers personally, so I would probably do like 472, and I do the $2 like to help cover the cost from Square. And then it also kind of just makes it look more legit from what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to do like 472. It's almost half. It's a little bit more, but honestly, you could do whatever your heart desires. There's not like a specific rule, but my goal is to save them money so that they will come back and be like, oh, I want to book with her again. Right. So technically, if I were to do the 2,527, which is what they would pay through Expedia, that's what they were going to pay, right? And then if I take ours and we do $1653.93 plus 472, which is our commission, they'd be paying $2,125.93. Okay. Now I don't have a way to show you that unless I share my screen just for my calculator, but I don't think it will let me do that. Okay. So you're going to have to take my word for it. But long story short, we take the two prices, I'm comparing them. I subtract the difference between Expedia and our price to get the rough idea for commission. From there, you can technically do a 50% split. Okay, I know, let me refresh it. From there, you can technically do a 50% split if you choose to. Okay, or you can, charge whatever you want for that specific commission. Okay, now in that, when we're giving it to the client, we can't just tell them, okay, that's the total price. We have to have like an invoice, etc., so we can get paid for it, right? So that's going to be the next part of this. So now I'm going to take you guys over to Square, okay? Square is an account that you guys can create for free on your own. They do have plans that you can pay, which will take out less of the percentage. But for me, the average percentage that it takes out is 3% of whatever I am charging them, okay? So I'm going to let you know in advance. It does have a percentage. But for me, the reason why I use Square is because they have the ability, this is Square, They have the ability to do partial payments, which I like. And then they even have, look, right here, they can do Cash App. They can actually do a bank transfer and a debit card, which is cool. You can even add Afterpay. They do charge you 6% if they do Afterpay. But you can also do it to where they have, where's it at? Share via share link. I love that. And I love doing the text message one too. I do that all the time. And it also has reminders. Like, I just love Square. Okay. Do you have to use Square? Absolutely not. You can use whatever your heart desires. Okay. You can do invoice templates. I don't care what app you choose. If a leader tells you they want you to use a different platform, go ahead. Okay. I'm just letting you guys know now so I don't get the brunt of it, because that's normally what will happen. Okay. I'm telling you guys what I use. And the reason I do this is because I try to do it as quick as possible. I don't want it to be long, lengthy, or anything, because you guys saw I have like 5 minutes to book that, right? Now, since I'm not technically doing the booking, I'm not going to rush through it. But my idea for this is to make it as easy, as quick as possible, and easy and quick for my client to do. Okay. So this is my invoice from here. Now, I did go into my Square. I cannot show you my direct Square because it has my clients' names in it, and I always have to protect my clients. So for this training, I'm just going to go into the invoice tab, okay? One of my other favorite things about Square is that we can do invoice templates, and you can easily just search invoice and it will show you the template. In the invoice template, it automatically fills all of this out for me. I don't have to put this in every single time. But here's the cool part. What I've written in here, I also have for you in a Google Doc that I will share with you. So you will not leave here empty-handed at all, okay? But I'm just doing this as painless as possible because I want you to understand how painless it is, okay? This is supposed to be quick, easy. You made some extra money, keep going. That's exactly what we're doing here, okay? So for my invoice, I do name it booking invoice. You can kind of see I've done quite a bit of them, yeah? You can put service date if you choose. It's totally up to you, however you want to do it. And then we put in a message, okay? I'm going to read this message to you. You can word it however you want, but I like to just put it in there, all right? So we are so excited to work with you on your upcoming trip. To begin processing your reservation, please complete this initial payment, all right? Once received, I will contact you right away to finalize the balance directly with travel supplier at confirmed rate. Please note that travel pricing is dynamic and can change at any time. It's very important to put that because for booking flights, etc., and they delay doing this initial payment, I'm not processing any other payments until this payment is done. And I'm going to turn on the ability to do partial payments. It's on automatically. So they will know. I will tell them you're going to pay the wholesale processing fee, is what I typically call it. I give you other names if you want. You'll pay the wholesale processing fee here. And then after that, I will call you. It says it in here. I will call you to take the payment for the others. Okay. So exactly what it says. Prompt payment is highly recommended to secure the rate reflected in your quote. This initial payment is non-refundable because I do not give back instant commission and is required to move forward with the booking. Travel with Ash is not responsible for any price changes or that occurs due to delays in payment. Absolutely. Next one, you will see two separate charges. One, payment processed via Square, which is the reservation processing. The other payment you will see will be directly with the travel supplier, which in this case is EVO Plus. By submitting the payment, you authorize Travel with Ash to charge your credit card for the agreed reservation processing amount and confirm your intent to proceed with booking. You acknowledge that this payment is non-refundable and required to initiate your reservation. You understand that a separate payment will be made directly to the travel supplier to complete your booking. You also agree to be contacted to finalize remaining payment details and reservation confirmations. Yeah, it's pretty detailed. And I don't know if this exact wording is put in here. I'll put it again inside this doc that I'm going to give you guys after, okay? But I go pretty deep in here. Now, along with me going pretty deep in here, I also, hold on, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but one second. Example script. I'm just going to put the script in there for you for the doc real quick. Okay. But with that, look, I already lost the booking. I knew that was going to happen. It's okay. So with that, put back in here, trying to get to the dashboard. There you go. So with that, we have this part set up. Okay. Now we will go in and we will add the lines for the bookings, etc. Okay. So the first one we have to add a line here. I'm going to put Grand Fiesta Americana. Okay. And I think it was, which one is it? The Coral Beach Cancun. Okay. Get that. Oh, I don't want to create an item. Go away. All right. Grand, use one time. All right. All right. So Grand Fiesta Americana, Coral Beach. I try to be very specific. And then I do Ocean View Suite. Okay. That way I know exactly what it was for, because sometimes I get lost in my sauce. Now, also item notes. Sometimes I like to put in there if it's non-refundable or if it's refundable. I like to do that a lot, just so I can exactly see what's in here. Now I'm going to look at the booking real quick to see if it's non-refundable. It is refundable. So the booking itself is refundable. So I will put a note in here. Room is refundable. Wholesale processing fee is not. Now, you don't have to do all this, okay? But I do this because I don't want them to come back to me. So you be very specific about it, right? So there's the first line. So I will put in the charge that they had for me. Okay. And then it was 1669 something. I'll get it for you. 1 second. 1669.59. And I'm going to put that in there exactly. 1669.59, right? Now, with this, I'm also going to come in here and I'm going to put I'm going to put in big words, do not pay, just in case. But I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm going to tell them not to pay it. I'm going to specifically say, do not pay it, okay? So don't worry on that part. But I will put that in there for them not to pay it, because we don't want them to pay that. We want them to just pay the fee, right? But we want to do a whole invoice so they can see everything that they're getting charged. Specifically, that's what I'm doing it for. All right, so the next thing we want to do is the price. I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared, but we're going to put it back in there. 59 total, okay? Then we're going to do, now you can technically word this however you want to word it. I'll give you guys some examples. If you don't like, some people use wholesale booking fee, wholesale processing fee, exclusive access package, insider rate access. Like, you can use whatever you want for this part, okay? You don't have to do what I do, but honestly, I do wholesale processing fee. Okay. And the reason I do this is because I tell them, in order for me to get a rate like this, I have to have a wholesale processing fee. Nobody ever questions me about it, but a lot of you newer agents are nervous to say that. You don't have to get it for this rate. You can go pay your $2,500 if you choose to, but if you want to get it for this rate, this is how I have it set up. This is the way I can get access to this, is through this fee. I've never had anybody question it, but if you do, that's how I explain it. It's the best way I can explain it, okay? Now, my wholesale processing fee, I told you guys, was going to be $472. And I think I'm going to do like 54 cents just to make it look like legit, okay? And in here, I'm going to put in big words. Okay, now, save. And they can see it too, okay? Now, I know it looks funny here, but when I send the invoice, it goes all the way up, okay? So that's it. Now, in this, okay, why is it? Yeah, that's right. In this, we could technically go further, okay? This is just the room. But you guys, I want you to understand that you can also build a flight in there. Did you guys know that you could build a flight in there? Like, I could make this an entire package if I wanted to. Now, if I were to make an entire package, where would I go to do that in? Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to show you. I'd rather just show it to you. Let's see. Let's go to EVO Rewards. I'm going to get a flight out of here. Now, technically, when it comes to flights, we are not limited on what we are like restricted on booking. Okay. They normally tell us don't go to direct if we have to. But when you're in this setting, when you're making instant commission, you can get the flight from wherever you see fit. Now, make sure it's a legit site. Don't go buy it from some wonky site and then hope for the best, okay? Like for tonight, I'm going to use EVO Plus. You can technically use whatever you want, okay? But I'm just going to use EVO Plus just so we can get a flight going in here, okay? So let me go grab a flight real quick just to give you guys an example. Where are we flying to? Cancun? All right, let's go from Houston to Cancun. And we're gonna need it for, I know this flight's about to be expensive. The 4th through the 7th, and there were 2 people. So we're gonna need 2 flights. Search. Okay. Now I'm just gonna grab whatever flight just so I can grab the flight. I just want to show you how to do it. Okay. So let's just say, oof, it says to wait. These places are gonna be full. Okay, well, we're not waiting, sir. We're gonna do. Did you see Spirit? Did you just see the Spirit Airlines? Sorry if you hear screaming. How? Don't nobody book that? I cannot believe they still showed. Listen, don't book that. All right, let's go over here. Fastest, best deal, nonstop. Perfect. Thank you. 1563 total for flights. And I need, listen, Southwest now charges baggage fees. Before, I know they used to include it. And like, even if you do like a better flight, they still got baggage fees. I just did a full booking for $1,500. It was like a travel credit that somebody had. And I booked him nonstop, choice preferred flights, blah, 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 still baggage fee. So please note that there's always baggage fees, but they did a 1 carry-on, so that's cool. But like, pay attention to those bagging fees because it is absolutely insane. Okay, so here's the flight example. 1563 is going to be the flight. So I will come over here, and if I were to go in here and do this, I would do Southwest, like Southwest flights, flight, and then I like to typically grab the flight number. So I would do like I would do like I don't know, how can I do this? Not a flight number, but I like to put something in there normally. Like I would do, let's just say, like let's do Houston. Why does it always do that? Let's do like HOU so they know. And then I would even go as far as pasting the details, which I'll show you guys in a second. To can, right? I think that's the abbreviation. I don't remember. And then down here, okay? Now, technically, we can add photos of it. So if I were to like screenshot it, I could add a photo. But honestly, I don't want to create an item. I just want it to look like this. Use one time. Okay. Flight, HOU. CAN. Okay. Now you see this item note down here, optional if you have anything you want your customer to know. Yep, we sure do. And we're just going to come in here and I'm just going to copy this whole thing. Copy that whole thing. Thank you, honey. Now, oops, we're going to have to fix it. It's going to look a little rough. We're going to get rid of that though. Okay. Non-refundable. Sorry if you guys hear my kids, man. They're so loud today. There it is. There's entire details of the flight. Perfect. All right, save. Okay. Now those flights totals was 1563 something. We're just gonna say total. Okay. Now, when I send this out, okay, now the total thing is paid all together. Okay. When I send this out, I'm going to let them know to only pay the wholesale processing fee and I will process everything else in there. Okay. I will tell them, I'm going to send you this invoice. I need you to pay the $472.54 on it. And then I'll call you and take your payments for the other 2. Okay. This is exactly how I send it. So I'm going to give you a rough idea. On the right hand side, obviously it's due today, so we'll send immediately. You can accept whatever type of payments you choose. I always make sure that I have, don't do that. Always make sure I have partial payment turned on so they have the ability to do so. Customer actions, save payment method, we don't have any of that. And then how I share it. I will obviously choose like text message or share link is normally what I like to do. So yeah, I know it won't be emailed. That's fine. But you can do whatever you want. They also have reminders that you guys can set up, etc. Okay. So that is that first part of the invoice, but I'm going to tell you something a little bit extra that I do. This is technically not a requirement. Technically, I would still get a credit card authorization form, but with my Square, it allows me to do a Square contract. And the Square contract, I have an existing one. But the Square contract is also going to be my what? Credit card authorization form. Yeah. And I have to go in here and I have to fill this out every single time. Yeah. All right. Cool. technically I'd put my name, but I also have a credit card authorization form in there. The way I have this set up, I built it in the contract template form, okay? But the way I have this set up is that they acknowledge that they are paying whatever I tell them to. Now, I know that's not the same as Archers, but regardless of when I'm taking payments, I still do extra protection. So I'm going to do a credit card auth form that they just have to initial. They don't have to do like the ID, etc. They just initial it here. And then I'm going to do a real credit card auth form too. And I'm going to keep that on file. Okay. But for Square, since it automatically has one in there too that you can edit, I do one in there too, just for double protection because of it's this way. Okay. So now let's preview it, shall we? I want to show you what it will look like. So it'll like, it looks funny on here, but then the email looks way prettier. Okay. But there's the excited we're working with you. There's the unsigned credit card off. They have to sign it. There's the payment amount, etc. Okay. Now, this is the part that the client would have to go in here and see what to pay. Do you see how it says do not pay, pay now? And I should have put do not pay here. Okay. So pay now is a $472.54. They would come in here and obviously make the payment, right? That's exactly how it works. Now, you can come in here and put more details. Like if I wanted to do full details about this, I could. Like you guys could go in here and customize it as you choose. The biggest thing that I want you to understand is that when I send this invoice, I let them know, hey, I'm sending this over to you. Normally it's a text message. I sent this to you. Please pay the $472.54 in there so I can do the other payments. I can't do anything else until you make this payment. Okay. Now, this is how I would sell this exactly, right? Like this is exactly what we would do. But if I wanted to take this and be able to turn it into a mock booking, etc., we need to take that a little bit further, right? This is how you do the quote form. That's it. I would send this, okay, before I go into the actual mock booking version. I would send this and I would say, hey, pay this. They would pay it. I would call them, process their payment for the hotel, process their payments for the flight, and we're done. That means I made $472 for like what? That's like 20 minutes of work. That was about 20 minutes, right? It's not bad at all. Okay. Now, how do I promote this? Great question. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take some of these pictures real quick. I like to screenshot around here. So I'm going to grab the screenshot of the flight. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab I got to go back and refresh from EVO rewards. I'm just going to actually take a picture of it like this. And then I'm going to tell them that it was like the 1653. Like that. Okay. And then I'm pulling from Expedia. You guys can't see it, but you'll see it in a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to pull it easier just to pull everything. I like to grab the pictures. That's what I like to do. I like to include it in my flyers. Okay. So we'll grab a little picture here too. All right. Now we're going to head over to your bestie, ChatGPT. Yeah. So I'm going to tell it to make the quote for the mock booking for me. And I'm going to upload those pictures so it knows all of the details of the mock booking of like, what it is, where it's at, etc. And then I will go in and drop the rest of the information. So give me 1 second. Oops, not that. Okay. I'm going to say, pull this quote for me and add in the flights. Oops, I said flights. Okay. Then the room for double occupancy is, what was it? 16. I have it written down. Thank goodness we did that invoice, right? The invoice says it is 1669.59. You know what? I'm just gonna I guess we technically don't need that. Let's just say the total amount, 375.13. Yeah. The room, flight, and flight. 3705.13 was the exact amount. Yes. Yep. All right. Make this into a mock booking that I can sell, please. All right, let's see what it does. This is solid. Yeah, it's real solid. Cancun, sample package. Oh, no, wait. Ooh, we got to put the dates. Dates are, what was it? The Labor Day weekend. The September 4th through the 7th. And it's a ocean view double suite. Or no, let's just do suite double. Okay. Add in that so it can, oh, it got even better. No way, really. All right, here we go. Labor Day weekend escape, Cancun all-inclusive getaway, September 4th, Labor Day weekend, flights nonstop. Here's the resort. Now, technically in a mock booking, you wouldn't want to put all those details in, right? But you can still make it into a flyer if you choose to. So let's just do comment Labor Day. Perfect. All right, so, okay, now I want you to make the flyer. And then to make it more, okay, I do create image right there. And then I hit next. Now we wait for it to make the flyer. Yeah. So now I've showed you guys while it's processing. Let's talk about what I showed you. You find the resort in EVO Plus. You can add flights and EVO rewards or whatever platform you choose because there's no commission tacked into flights. So we can add it to the package. Then we go to Square. We start filling out all the details. We figure out our commission and we put everything in there, send it over to them. Okay. They process the payment for Square. Then we go into the actual vendors to do the bookings and then we book it and then we're done. That's it. You're good. That's as quick and easy as it's supposed to be. You do not submit a commission tracking form for this. This has nothing to do with Archer, guys, because this is instant commission. So we don't need to track it. Okay. We get the commission. It's ours. You guys can withdraw it, keep it in your Square, however you want to do so. Okay. And then we figured out how to do a mock booking. I went in there. I screenshotted a few of the details. Yeah, this is nice. I knew it was going to be nice. Screenshot a few of the details, put the total pricings in there, get it all set up. And then boom, what do I have? A full entire mock booking that we can use. So that is what I want to show you guys. It's pretty nice, right? All right, so now let's open. I want to show you guys this. Let's zoom in a little bit so I can make sure I have everything. So your room, Wake Up to Paradise. This is $18.52 a person for Labor Day weekend. Flights are included, 3 nights. And then it even has comment Labor Day, which you guys can't see because I'm zoomed in. But comment Labor Day to lock in. Let me, plan your escape. This is perfect, okay? So that is instant commission. That's it. That is as easy as it is. I do this a lot, okay? And I want to make it easier for you. So if you comment, okay, let's use a nice word. Let's comment EVO. Can you comment EVO for me? And let's talk about why we're commenting EVO. Because I was just meeting with all of you guys. We did our first Houston event in a long time. We had a study hall in Houston and it was absolutely amazing. Like it was like the best day ever. We even had founder hop on, Mr. David. He hopped on and gave us some real knowledge. And one of my favorite things that he said in that knowledge debrief that he gave us was make a thing pay for a thing. And this is exactly what you can do with instant commission. Make a thing pay for a thing. If you did this booking, you made $472, you well enough paid for your monthly fee, right? And this right here, you made money. Same booking, same day. So that's what I want you guys to learn from this. So comment EVO for me and I'll drop this in the chat. But this is a kind of brief idea what you can do just for your script for that message part. You can do non-refundable, cancellation, changes, etc. And then there's payment instructions, wholesale booking fee. You guys can put whatever you want in here. This is just stuff that I've added over time for EVO Plus, okay? Alternatives to wholesale booking fee. If you don't like that word, here's some alternatives that I use. If you want it to sound luxury, you could use these. And then the one that I have in my exact script right now are here, okay? Now, I'm going to say something in this training before I go even further. This is not anything legally bind or nothing. You can do whatever you want with this, okay? However you write it is up to you. You are responsible for all of those legal verifications, etc. This is just what I use, okay? It's if you want to change it, if you want to fix it, you can. There's no requirements. This is just how I do it. And I do these a lot, right? Like let's just say I wanted to do just the flights. I would do so and then add in the instant commission. And that's how I do instant commission. I would get paid for the flight and then I would go call them, book the flight. That's the same thing. Like the same exact, like if we were to come over here, okay? And let's take it back. Let's go back out of here. Get rid of that. And we just remove this. And then we change the commission. Like if that was the flight, I'd probably charge them $50 to do that. And that's it. That's the same thing. Okay. Then I would tell them, let's edit this because it should say do not pay. here. That's fine. Okay. Then preview it. That's exactly how I would do it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Pay it. And then they have the ability to do partial payments. So they would put it in the amount that they would pay. They would agree upon it and the credit card off. And then that's it. They're done. Okay. Super easy, simple, fast to the point. Okay. And then I want to share that EVO Plus with you thing. So for all those that commented email, let me go ahead and copy it and I'll put it in the chat box for you. Look, Deidre's got it. This thing is old. I've been using this for years. You guys take whatever you want out of here and use it for your business, okay? So let me go ahead over to my studio now and I'll put that in the chat box. And yeah, that's pretty honestly all I really have to show you guys tonight. I don't want to make it any longer. It's straight, perfect to the point. You guys get everything. If you have questions, I'm going to head over to my chat now. I already went ahead and I dropped this in the chat, so you guys should have it. But I'm going to head over to my studio now. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask me there and I will answer them. But I feel like it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple and it's meant to be that way. So don't make it any harder. Don't question it. Just send it. And when they're ready to book, they'll book it because they're getting a cheaper rate. All right. Now, I'm going to head over to my studio so I could see all of your questions there. And while I'm there, make sure that you guys like this video and share it with your team and comment if it helps so that I know some feedback from you guys. And then also make sure that you guys join me back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, where I'm going to talk about how to handle client and agent objections. So you guys make sure you hop back on Thursday. If you guys are having a hard time closing the sale, then that is where you guys are going to want to meet me because I'm going to teach you how to. All right. So I'm going to head over to my studio now where I can answer all of your questions. I will meet you there in the chat box. It'll say comment live. You guys can meet me there and I will answer all of your questions. And then I will see you guys back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Bye for now.